comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, they've proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Off play action. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Coming into the game, the defense talked about, man, they really wanted to get to this quarterback. Well, it didn't take long. 2 plays in, they get to him, and they get the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. To throw, it's Mallet. Under fire. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. Oh, what a move to get open. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Really nice decision by the quarterback. 3rd and long, and nothing was open deep down the field, so he's able to check it down and get it to a pretty athletic guy who shows you what they can do with the ball after the catch. He finds a few blocks, he uses his speed, and that turns into be a huge gain for the offense.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Peterson.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking for a crease, it's Peterson. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. After the miss, no change in the score. Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Burrow. Finds his tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
He's got him. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Handoff from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Going over the top. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. He's loose on the right. The 30. Inside the 10. And he will house it.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
From the gun, running back on the move. Still running at the 40. Lowers and runs through another one. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
Come on, defense. You cannot let this offense run the dive play and hurt you like that. Up front, we got to do a better job staying in our gaps, and linebackers have got to be able to get off the blocks and make tackles.
This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking to pass. It's Burrow. Just a short pass to the tight end. Just discarding tacklers, punching and grinding his way to the 23.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on 1st down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Got to pick up a few to move the sticks here on 3rd down from their own 20. He'll keep it on the sneak. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him short. He does not pick up the 1st down.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And the field goal unit is on the field. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. And he throws that thing just inside the left upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
After the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Leaves it with the back. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Slips away. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Mallett. They've got the screen set up. He breaks a tackle. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the 1st down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. This 1st half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Nice move to keep running. They made the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. To the air, it's Burrow. Makes the grab. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
On 1st down from the 13-yard line. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Fires into the end zone. Makes the catch and gets the score.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of the defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's coming out of the end zone. And the returner goes down. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's head back to Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Mathis. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Burrow. Throws for the tight end. Incomplete and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, can they have used that? It'll be second down.
Yeah, and that was good defense again. And, unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Now the play fake. This time it's complete. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down. He unleashed that one. Some serious spin rates, some revolutions on that one.
You want to talk about velocity? How about the arm talent this kid has? I love watching him throw these curl routes. He's in rhythm, he takes his steps, and man, when he decides to pull the trigger, watch out.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback, somebody has to have the pitch, and most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Oh, what a move. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
Leaves it with the back. Makes him talk to the hand. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
Escapes trouble. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed down at the 18, and they're in business. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. They'll run it from the gun. Hard running there. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
To the air, it's Burrow. He's got it on the move. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the 3rd. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's a touchdown.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And now this offense will take the field again. Off play action on first down. Fires to the big fella. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
And that's perfect for the defense. You'll give that up all day. You're winning this game by multiple possessions late in the game. Play big zone coverages, keep the ball in front of you, and tackle the ball carrier inbounds.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Looking downfield, it's Mallett. Throws to the tight end. Complete in the middle. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
And the drive has been really, really solid, and we've got to maximize this possession. Down a couple of possessions, got to make sure we're aggressive, not reckless, but aggressive, and make sure we've got a plan for the shorter part of the field down here so we can get a touchdown.
Looking to throw on first down. Oh, and he drops it on the crossing route on first down. He knew that defense was bearing down on him. It'll be second down.
Well, it's a good route by the wide receiver. He gets to the middle of the field. I think he just took his eyes off the football.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Working that left side now.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Complete on the comeback. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
To the air on first down. Using the quick game. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And now they've moved into the red zone. Looking for a man. It's Mallett. He's got the tight end. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
The offense knocking on the door, first and goal. He's looking to throw. Oh, they're after him. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
With this situation in the game, trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the timeouts to save the clock that way.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Gets it out quickly. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
He wants it all. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ballgame. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick.
And a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart how fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And talking to coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to two very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on. Keep working on them. Keep developing. Those things you do well, dude, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistently.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.